Three, two, one, action.
All right. The reason why I asked you to record this today, because there was a lot of question about this week. I was making some phone calls. There's a lot of questions about the feature clear button. And before I go into the song of the day, okay, I want to kind of explain or try to explain what the feature clear button is all about. It's like a mini little manual in the organ. Almost every Lowrey out there has a feature clear button. Now, I'm saying feature clear because that button has two functions, features and the clear. The clear means you can take it back to the home page, okay? The features are actually probably 50% of the owner's manual is in the features button. And it's normally located, if you put your fingers on the screen and you go diagonally to the right side, you're gonna see the feature clear button, okay? And on the feature clear button, you're gonna see functions like this. I think I got it at number 2. Yes, pull up over there. The first thing you would probably see on your feature clear button, if you look at the top of the page, there's 11 pages in there. I hope you can see the page numbers there. The first page, I'm not gonna go through all of them because I'm just gonna highlight the ones that I think people are getting confused on, okay? Levels and balances, all right? That means if I press that with my finger, it's gonna tell me what kind of levels and balances. If I wanted the orchestra solo a little bit more than 50% orchestra 2, then I just put my finger on orchestra 2 and scroll up. Watch that line, blue line goes up. See there? That's what that means. Let's go back to another feature. That's a simpler one that you could use. And there's quite a few other functions in there too, by the way, okay? You can lower your pedals. You can lower your accompaniment. Tuning, you probably would never use that unless you got a guitar player who just can't get in tune. One thing yesterday, I came up with somebody who wanted to try to find how do you make the songs go randomly or continuously instead of one at a time. So do you see the one that says chain song? I'm gonna touch it. It's gonna say repeat, loop, random loop. In other words, random loop is not gonna be in any type of order, okay? It's gonna pick them as it wants to. Chain loop, if you got one of the Lowrey 50 songs on your stick, okay, you probably wanna put it on chain loop and it'll play each one of those songs right after the other one, okay? If you have your autoplay on, it'll pretty much start by itself. That's your autoplay button right there. You see it there. Now, let me remind you about the autoplay button. If you keep it on and you don't have a stick in there, it's gonna try to read something. So I would advise you when you leave that section, turn off the autoplay button, okay? I'm gonna go to another section here, which I really think is very important. And I think Mercy was asking me about that yesterday. How do you change your pedals and or your foot switches? Well, you got all your touch bar. I'm sorry, here's your foot switches right there. And if you notice, each side represent the left and the right. If I want to change the left side, just touch it, make it blue, and scroll. Whatever you land on is what it's going to be once you leave it there, okay? You see that? Sound effects, light show. Somebody actually saved the light show in one of their buttons and it kept going on by itself. The right side, you can do what you want with it. The right side, touch it and scroll. Right now, I got it set on vibro trim rotary because I used the foot switch for that Hammond, whirly sound. I guess you've heard that before. Let me switch this fade out button because I don't want to accidentally hit it, okay? I want to make sure that is my touch. That is my effects. That's what I use it for, but you can have it do whatever you want it to do. Remember, if I take that off and hit features button and I hit it again, touch bar. You can do the exact same thing on the touch bars, left and right, that you can do on the foot switches left and right. Just touch and scroll and leave it there, whatever you like to have on the left and whatever you like to have on the right, okay? Those was confusing yesterday. These were some home visit or phone calls I got on this. Let's go to a couple other settings. One of them is very important. So page 10, Oregon reset. I went through this on the phone with a young lady in California yesterday, and she was having problems with Oregon, and she didn't even know that button was there. But see the one at the bottom? This is page 10. If you don't want to look it up in your owner's manual, write this down. Page 10 is the reset function for all of the special events in the Oregon. Let's touch reset, okay? If you notice, it's going to say total reset, or do I want to reset bank A through E, or do I want to reset my picks? You pick the one you want to reset. Now, if I hit one now, I'm going to be mad at myself because I just came up with a couple of presets for this, so I don't want to do it now. But pick the one, and you're going to have options there. And then it's going to ask you at the end, are you sure you want to do this? And you can say yes, and it goes back to factory setting, okay? I'm going to go through a couple of more. I thought it was important to mention this because I did have a few phone calls on this past week. Chain song was one of them, levels and balances. Sound effects, we'll get that to next week. I think Sean covered it earlier this week. I'm gonna try one or two more, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna get right into reverb settings. I kind of like using the reverb settings because I like to, you can test them out, whatever you like, and you got some choices there. Sweet sound reverbs, auditorium, you know, you ever been into a gymnasium and you say something real loud, you're gonna hear that voice, that sound go, boom, 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 like in a canyon or something, okay?
Let's hear it.
Oh, oh,
No,
oh.
not you. The organ. Play a chord on the, put on like a, just put on just a, yeah, you're gonna have to give us some more gas down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some gas.
Yeah. Put like an organ. I know you don't like the organ. Okay, that piano.
Organ sound, you want organ sound?
That was, piano's fine.
Okay.
Just something that stops.
Cathedral. Oh, that's great for the organ sounds.
Hit, but what do you have? Turn up the reverb here.
Yeah.
Okay, now just hit a chord and strike it. Hear that? Now put on cavern. Put on cavern and watch the difference. Whoa! I feel like I'm in cavern. And room is kind of weird. It's a lot totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. Cool.
Stadium.
Da, 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 da. Oh.
Charge. All right, just a few little things that I want to talk about today in the features button. Just remember the features button. A lot of people don't realize it, but half of your owner's manual is right there. I mean, especially on the main functions you're going to use a lot. They're right there. You shouldn't even have to open up your owner's manual for anything, pretty much, unless it's something specific you really want to do. But if you just scroll through the feature clear button, remember that's two functions, feature and clear. Clear means I want to take it back to the home screen. And the home screen is going to be this one right here. You're normally going to see my settings on one side, and you're going to have the tempo, chorus, and the transpose on the other side. For those who have just the single screen instruments like the Prestige or the Royale or the Stardust, you're only going to have that screen. If you want the other half of that screen, just remember to call me after this, all right? All right, let's get to the lesson. I did kind of screw up on the email too today. If you search your email sometime tonight, you'll find I kind of cheated and sent you the sheet to this song with my correction with my arrangement on it. Okay, but we're gonna go through it. The song is "You Are So Beautiful to Me." And if you notice, yeah, put that up. Yeah. If you check your email and open up your attachment, you should be able to get it. For those who know how to open up the attachment, you can get it later on. But I did it for you because I knew I was going to be doing something on the organ touch today. If you notice, I put "You Are So Beautiful" a tempo between 60 and 65. And of course, I like using my gospel styles for slow songs, but you got choices. You got choices on your soft and easy side of the instrument. And it'll tell you guitar, soft gospel, smooth piano, soft country, roses, floating away. Out of those four is probably the four that I would use for this song. Just remember, it's kind of a slow, what we call belly rubbing song. So leave the tempo around 60 or 65, all right? I suggested with the right hand medley, flugelhorn or cello or whatever you like. I'm going to use organ today. I decided to go to the preset B3, and being that I had to play a little earlier, I probably screwed it all up, but let's see what it sounds like. B3. Oh, I definitely got to get that reverb out of there. Let's do this. Go back to my feature clip, please. Reverb, and turn that one off and just put on sweet sound. All right. All right, I got it back to it. Now, I was kind of like wondering, I was wanting to use the Hammond organ type sound on this song because that's what it feels to me like it's from the 60s. And it looked like I've heard Ray Charles do it, and I've heard the other guy do it too. What was his name? You probably remember him. He had the kind of like a health problem there. At any rate, if you do this song and you rock like,
That's not a very good description. The other guy who had a health problem.
Okay, forget it. I'm bad with names. Okay.
What did he sing?
He sung
Joe Cochran.
Joe Cocker. Cochran. Yeah, Cocker. Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker. Yeah, he was Cochran. That was the
attorney.
Sorry, wrong person.
He had a stand-up shake, not like Ray Charles. Ray Charles had a sit-down shake back and forth, but he used to stand up and do the same thing. But it's kind of sounds like this. Now you can do that with or without the vibrato. If you're using your foot switch for that, it'll sound like this. I'm just going to do it on the top keyboard just to show you. If you notice, I changed a few chords around. You're going to have an F chord. Now, in your book, in book 200, huh? Yeah, show the music again, please. I'm trying not to look at the music and keep my back to him. You're going to have an F chord in the book and a B flat, but I added a B flat minor chord in the middle of the second measure. And the third measure, I put a C7 in the middle of the third measure. That's not in your book. I did the same thing because it's the same phrase in the second staff, okay? You got an F chord, a B flat, then you got a B minor to F. It's the same phrase, so why not repeat it again? Yeah, they got the F chord, the last measure of the second staff, but the first measure of the third staff, they didn't have a chord there. It means that the F chord is carried over anyway. If you don't see that chord there, I just added an F7. If you can see that, okay? First measure of the second staff. And we added a G7, 3rd measure of the 4th staff. It's G in the book. And everything else is played as is. Let's see what it sounds like if I can play this all the way through with a little bit of just drums and bass at first, okay? G7. I would recommend using the short second ending on that particular song. The first ending is just actually too long for it, okay?
I switched over to that screen.
Okay. What I did on the screen here, and I know you guys was watching because I had to improvise a little bit here earlier because I had already set some things into those features. That feature there is called the left foot and the right foot switch settings. And I was scrolling over because it was on FX, and I don't like my FX on the right side. I'd rather have it on the left touch bar. So all I did was made it blue. Making it blue is the way how you're going to access your program. Then you scroll. If you notice I'm scrolling, and you stop on whatever you want that right foot to be. I wanted it to be the Vibra trim or rotary, or most people like to call it the Leslie, the Hammond-Leslie control. We couldn't use Leslie because it's a copyrighted name, but I'm telling you, it's the Leslie control. Back in the day, we had that button on the floor. It was a separate button that you have to order and plug it into the Leslie.
What does that sound like?
It sounds like this, Robert. Watch this. I'm gonna play. That's without. Now I might want to put a little chorus in there on your left side. Can we get over there? Chorus is like a something is phasing.
Ooh.
Like something phasing like on Star Trek, but it's not the phaser that you get hit with, okay?
Phasing sound.
Phasing sound. Now watch the vibrato get faster when I hit the pedal. And I hit it again, it gets slow. And the perfect way to use that, you have to keep turning it on and off. to get that old gospel sound, okay? And there's no timing on it. You do it when you feel like you can hit the pedal. You keep turning it on and off throughout your medley or throughout the whole song. That's your vibrotrend. And the other side had sustain. I actually wanted FX over there, but I made some switches there. I wanted that over there, okay? But yeah. I'm on the foot switch. I'm sorry, I wanted that on the touch bar. Touch bar, left side, FX, I got it. The reason why I like the touch bar on the thumb, on the left touch bar, because it's easy to do this. Let's hit that rhythm again. Watch this. I'm playing my chord. I'm playing the chord and thumb. Even if you're playing a full chord, you still can get it. Because it still play the correct chord if you only play 2 notes or 1 note. Doesn't really matter. So it's easy to drop that left thumb down. All right. Now let's go with we got a few people there who might have some questions.
This is a smart bunch.
I notice.
Look at Ron just sitting there. I know it all, he says.
And Sharon is there.
Just kidding.
Sharon, you got a question for me today? You are the one that normally asks the questions. Okay, this small segment has been recorded, so
do I need to bring the music? I was only on the first page. Was there anything different on the second page?
It's repeated. Okay, it's
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's just repeated.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty simple song. And I might after Robert make his announcement, I might do it with a little singing.
Yeah, I'm getting your keep talking.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on. Do a check.
Check, check.
Keep going. Check.
Check, check.
Oh, you got a little delay there.
Check, check.
Check.
Check, check. Check, check. I love a little delay there. If you got, I like the delay. One. Yeah, I love the delay.
Ooh.
Now, of course, I can't sing it in this key. It's too late in the afternoon. I love that. All right, let's see what key I'm singing in. Let's try E flat today. You also, yeah, that's better than early in the morning. Or maybe I can put it in F and play it in C. Let's see what that sounds like. See, that's one thing great about these instruments. You can put them in there, whatever key you want. You are. Oh, I love that one. Are we ready? I'm playing this in F. I'm singing it in F. I'm playing it in C. Sorry. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope. Everything I need. You are so beautiful. You're beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You are to me. Can't you see? You're everything apart. Everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Such joy and happiness you bring. Such joy and happiness, just a dream can light. You're like a golden light shining in the night. You are so beautiful to me. All right, Robert.
Big round of applause to Mr. Jerome. And there's 5 of you, so you're going to have to applaud hard. I'll make sure that everybody gets the right email next week. So sorry about that. Well, we hope you enjoyed the class today. We did some different things. We put a headset on them so you didn't have to reach over a microphone. And we tried it out with singing too, and it worked. Let me turn off the delay now.
That was wonderful.
It was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't have to handle that microphone all morning.
We'll go say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'll be teaching the class tomorrow and Thursday, so whatever one you're on, hope to see you there.
And yes, we'll see you next week. And we'll send a message out to everybody else who missed it today that we recorded it so they can go back and get it.
Enjoy, stay safe, and see you real soon. Bye-bye.